your cross, our only hope. Amen.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you, because by your holy cross you redeemed the world.
My son stood before Pilate as an innocent man, but throughout his life he entered more and more deeply into the condition of sinful flesh. It was not enough that he was born of a human mother like me. He grew up in obscurity in Nazareth, and they always judged him there. They always judged that it wasn't right that he was conceived before Joseph and I were married. Even when he began his public ministry, the religious leaders didn't accept him. His reflection of God didn't fit their self-serving image of God. Finally, his own followers abandoned him. I never imagined that he would have to experience solidarity with prisoners, beaten and tortured, but he did. I'll never forget the blood he shed and the pain he experienced at the hands of the Roman guards. Jesus began this journey by becoming one with every powerless person, mocked and made fun of by others. He did nothing to deserve capital punishment or the abuse he was given. His yes, his surrender to God's will, ultimately destroyed the power of sin and death. While he was growing up, I told him many times how I had been graced to say, "Let it be done to me according to your word." I never could have imagined that this would be the sword that would ultimately pass through my heart, to watch my son say yes to God, so completely and fully for the salvation of the world.
The crowd can be fickle, loving in one's breath and condemning with the next. Adults enter anger, sweet voices become shrill, disappointed masses rage in judgment, often destroying the one they so recently adored. Pilate, wishing to satisfy the crowd, released Barabbas and handed Jesus over to be crucified.
Jesus, what a terrible injustice to see you condemned to death. Your own people, the Roman judges, and the soldiers didn't recognize that you were the Son of God. Give us the grace to see, respect, and love you in all people, both innocent and guilty. Change our hearts that we may see with new eyes those who might otherwise condemn.
At the cross her station keeping, stood the mournful mother weeping, close to Jesus to the last.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
My son was forced to carry the cross on which he was to be nailed, ridiculed, and executed. We must pause here to remember what it represents. For this journey, he takes up the weight of all our crosses, all of the senseless suffering, and the weight of all the sin in the world, past, present, and future.
Each step he took cut deeply into his already battered shoulders. I couldn't believe he could manage even a few steps. We can look back now and remember that this is all for us. Each of us can say it was for me. As we imagine each step he takes, we can pause now to say thank you, in our own words, deep in our hearts.
They cried out, take him away, crucify him. Pilate said to them, shall I crucify your king? The chief priest answered, we have no king but Caesar. Then he handed him over to them to be crucified. So they took Jesus, and carrying the cross himself, he went out to what is called the place of the skull, in Hebrew, Golgotha.
May we see your presence, Lord, in all the burdens we carry today. Help us to share our burdens more freely, not to be afraid to acknowledge our fears and our pain. May we be more aware of the crosses that others bear and make time to alleviate their burden. May your face shine on each of us through the crosses we bear.
Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom.